back to the Lesson from the Cockpit show. I'm your host, Mark Hasera. I am here at Pease Air Force Base, and we are doing the Blue Angel practice show. So I'm going to turn the phone around and let's watch the Blue Angels practice. Here we go. I'll commentate a little bit as we go. Just did the high-speed pass, which was pretty cool, but you can see they're doing the crossover down here too. Now this is the best time to watch practice because they're all out there just kind of messing around doing things, right? But Blue Angel number 4 is coming in for some reason, I don't know what, which means there's something broken on the jet that they'll have to fix. And it happens, man. You know, airplanes break. And so Blue Angel number 4 is taxiing back in. But they're still practicing up above us. And Blue Angel 4 is broken, it's going back in. This is my good friend here. I've got Jamie McCarthy sitting here next to me on my YouTube live show.
Remember me?
Yep, I interviewed him twice. Anyway, here they all are collapsing down. But Blue Angel number 4 must have some maintenance problem. Here's going by again. And you can see down at the far end, they're practicing their crossovers. Going up into the loop. Going overhead. Of course, they're coming back down too. Let's zoom in a little bit. So he's coming from that end. Coming from that end. That's always a thrill when they go right over the top of you. Hey brother, how you doing? Sam?
Yeah, good stuff.
This is Sam from Port City Air. I'm doing my YouTube live Lessons from the Cockpit.
Hi folks.
All right, and we're just out here watching Blue Angel practice, man.
Good stuff.
Another beautiful day here at Pease Air Force Base, and I'm putting in a plug for Port City Air because they're my host for the next couple of days, which I greatly appreciate. But let's go back to watching the show, okay? Now, again, there's only 3 airplanes right now, and that's because one of them busted and has come in, and we'll get some maintenance done on it, all right? But they're gonna come right down to Airshow Center. It's a little windy out. I'm having a hard time holding this still. Oh, now that's cool. They just kind of go everywhere. There's all 3 of them. The Solo should be coming back. And again, as I mentioned, number 4 came back in probably with a maintenance issue, more than likely. And hopefully they'll get it fixed and it will fly again soon. Now, tomorrow is family day. tomorrow's family day. And you can have a whole bunch of people here on the ramp. They're doing a veterans dinner tomorrow night. Saturday and Sunday, the 6th and 7th, is when the Pease Air Force Base show is going. It's called Thunder over New Hampshire. So, oh, here we go again. They're back. I'm being careful not to put this up in the sun. But it's great when you can get views like that. And one of the cool things about being here at Port City Air, is I'm really close to the ramp, of course. But the other thing is, we're near the beach, we're near the ocean. So you're going to see a lot of condensation and vapor coming off the airplanes when they actually do their show. And that makes for some really cool photography when they do that. Really cool photography. So let's see who we got on here. The Algorithm, welcome. Unknown, welcome. Samsung, Chuck Norris. What happens then if a jet crashed? Well, they activate the crash net. Anyway, here we go. So here's one going by. There's one over there. All right. You can see they're turning toward each other. They'll make a turn over the top of each other. Here he is coming back in. There's one crossing over Show Center. And he's coming right at us now. Boy, you can't beat that sound, can you? And here's the other two others. And they're going to join up. Now, this is all practice for the air show tomorrow, and then, of course, Saturday and Sunday. And hope you guys are enjoying this, all right? Let me go through some of the comments here again real quick. Got to take my glasses off to see it. All right. Mandatory fun day. Chuck Norris, you are absolutely right. Okay. What happens if they crash? I don't even want to talk about that. They've had crashes before, obviously, both teams have, and it's not good. Will you be at Thunder over New Hampshire? Dave, I am at Thunder over New Hampshire. Yes, I'm in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, as we speak. So that's awesome. Hit that like button, double tap your screen. Please do, hit the like button. Let's see. 3D neck, I love air shows. Yeah. Okay, now, gonna put the glasses back on. See who all we got here. Now they're doing the slow flight demonstration, which is pretty cool. Look at them. Coming right over the top of us. You know, folks, people wonder why I love aviation. Well, this is why you love aviation, is these kinds of things. Let me turn back around. Here's the diamond. Again, number 4 is getting fixed. Let's zoom in a little bit for you. I apologize, it's a little bouncy. Okay. what you just saw there was number 4 taking off in number 7, which is kind of their spare airplane. All right, I'm gonna lose them in the sun. There's another one rejoining on them. There they all are rejoining. And here's what I understand is happening tomorrow. So we've got a C5 on the ramp, we've got a C-17 on the ramp. We've got 3 P-51s that are going to be here, including one that is in Major Jack Ilfrey. I believe he was with the 20th Fighter Group during World War II. He's got 8 kills. The airplane's back there in the hangar, and we may be able to go back and take a look at it here in a few minutes. But now we've got all 6 airplanes up. Again, the number 4 airplane landed probably due to a maintenance issue. Number 4 hopped in the 2-seater Blue Angel 7, and they're going to fly the rest of practice probably like that. See, the show never stops with these guys, and if the airplane can't get fixed, I'm sure they'll fly it with the Blue Angel 7. And believe me, I have been to a Blue Angel show where one of the airplanes was busted, and they used the 2-seater that they take dignitaries up, and like the other day they took the Teacher of the Year of New Hampshire up in the back seat, and all of you have seen, video of that. Oh, here they go. It's just a common thing, man. The show goes on. All right, here's the roll. The 6-ship roll. I mean, you talk about precision flying. But again, folks, all of this stuff that they're doing, we learned this kind of formation when we were going through pilot training, particularly in the T-38, which was absolutely one of the funnest jets I flew in my military career. The T-38 was known as the White Rocket. NASA still flies them. U.S. Air Force still flies them, but not for much longer, because the Boeing T-7 is going to replace the advanced trainer, the T-38, as the advanced trainer in the Air Force. Now, they're out of ways, getting ready to come back over the airfield. I'm just going to talk to you for a few minutes. These are F-18E and F Super Hornets. They transitioned to the Super Hornets a couple years ago. They more thrust, better avionics than the old C models, the old legacy airplanes, and just fun to watch. They're behind the trees here lining up, and so I'm going to flip around once again, and they're going to be coming right behind those trees, and they're coming pretty fast. Rejoining up over the top of us, and will be coming back down on us. And here they come. You can hear the 2 solos off to my right. And here they come. They'll all rejoin at the end of the airfield. What other airplanes are supposed to be here tomorrow? As I mentioned, there's going to be 3 P-51s. I think one of them is actually doing a demonstration too, which will be just incredible. There is no other sound in the world like a P-51 and the Merlin engine, particularly the Packard Merlin engine. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Rolls-Royce engines are very cool, but the story behind how the P-51 got the Packard Merlin engines is one of the great stories of aviation, and should be like a master's business and administration paper on how that all came about. They originally didn't want that engine in the airplane. They went to Henry Ford first, and Henry Ford says, well, if I build the engine, then I want control of it, and we're not going to put it in foreign airplanes, because he was an isolationist. And they said, nope, Henry, we ain't doing that. And they didn't. They went to David and Doug Packard and said, we would like to make this engine. David and Doug Packard says, you know what? We can make this a better engine. And they did. They put a 2-stage supercharger in it. They walled off an area of the Packard Motor Company plant in Detroit and built Merlin engines for the P-51. And that made that airplane a completely different airplane. Well, here we go, going up. All right. Well, hope all of you are enjoying this. Let me look at some of the comments we got down here. The algorithm, yes, I do remember you. Unknown. Mandatory fun day? Absolutely. Heck, Rod, I don't think I'll ever be a pilot, but I hope I can get into the Air Force myself. Really cool. You can do this. Heck, Hot Rod, you can do this. Dave, again, how are you? Riley, welcome to the show. Mick Jam, greetings, brother. Hey, I've been on the road, Mike Jam, and that's why I haven't been up. Oh, here they come. Coming fast. Watch this. They're going to do the crossover, okay?
Oh, shit.
There's one. There's a second one. They're going to do the crossover right over the field, see? And you know what, folks? That gives you a really good idea of how they stay deconflicted by altitude. But man, they're really low. Look at this guy out here. All right. Coming around hard. And again, they're going to rejoin out here. All right, once again, I'm just going back to the comments. Big Jam, welcome back. Kay Roberts, welcome, brother. Hope to see me Saturday. Okay, you'll find me. I will be here on the ramp at Pease Air National Guard Base. Okay? So come find me. Brooke Purdy, the great supercharger. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Cool channel. Love the content. Keep it up. Thank you very much, King Turtle, excuse me. I'm reading this off my thing here. I never knew this. That was awesome. Brock Purdy the Great. Do they buy a patent from Britain? I think they did. All right. And of course they had an agreement that they could make them here in the States. Can you take me higher? Oh, so you have obviously listened to the Van Halen song, which is, of course, outstanding. All right. Heck, Rod, you're welcome, brother. Will you be around Sunday at the show? Yes, I will. Would love to run into you. I appreciate your content. Hey, Dave, I'm going to be here until Monday afternoon. We leave Monday afternoon to go back to Salt Lake. But I'm only in Salt Lake for like 4 days, Dave. And then I'm headed to, believe it or not, Washington, D.C. and the Andrews Air Force Base show. So you can see me both places. Hey, it's good to see you too. Tamara. Hi, everyone. All right, here they are. Sorry, flying again. Look at this. All right. Let's go, Thunderbirds. Not this weekend. Brian, Sound of Freedom, isn't that the truth? Jeff Ritz saw the Blue Angels in Columbia a few weeks back. Wow, Columbia, South Carolina. That must have been a fun show. Man, there must have been a lot of condensation and vapor down there. But yeah, I know. You talk about the Sound of Freedom, folks. And those engines, particularly an afterburner, and I got here late out on the ramp while this was all going on. Unfortunately, there was an accident at the end of the entranceway here, and somebody got hurt pretty bad. But I wanted to get out here as soon as I could because they were out practicing earlier today. I was speaking here earlier today to the Rotary Club. So shout out to the Rotary Club of Portsmouth, New Hampshire. They are 100 years old this year. So just fabulous. Anyway, I wanted to get out here knowing that they'd have a second practice this afternoon, which I did. My wife is out doing her thing, and I'm out here on the ramp doing this. So they're coming down the airfield again. Let's switch the camera around. And here they come as the sixth ship. And this is where they break out for landing, which is really cool to watch. You can kind of see the daisy chain of them all getting ready to come in and land. Now, they will probably go to the end of the runway here at Pease Air Force Base, which is over 10,000 feet long, but they'll be taxiing right here in front of us. So we'll get a good shot of all of them as they come back in. But again, you can see the daisy chain of all 6 jets getting ready to come in and land. Those of you that are in Southern California and get to go to El Centro and watch them practice for the show season, I'm jealous. I'm envious of those of you who get to watch when they're at El Centro doing their winter practice to get ready for every season. But now they're just coming into land, and I guess I can zoom in a little bit toward the end of the runway. Again, I'm sorry it's a little bouncy, but I don't have anything to hold this up. And I'll just stop talking here for a second, and hopefully they'll roll out all the way to the end of the runway. Usually they do, but we'll see what happens. But you can see them all lined up down there at the end of the runway, and the big daisy chain that they have coming in for landing. I hope they're going to go back out again. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes they just fuel back up and go back out for a second practice. I am not sure, so we will find out. But they're parked not too far down the end of the ramp here, and it looks like they are coming all the way down to the end, which means they'll all taxi right by us. Now, for those of you that don't know, this was my first base of assignment. And I want to show you something here in just a few minutes as they are all slowing down, and like I said, hopefully we'll come all the way to the end and taxi by us. I was stationed here when this was a Strategic Air Command base at Pease Air Force Base. I want to show you something, okay? Because there's something that's still here that's left over from the Cold War era. And you know what that is? The drive-thrus. These were the drive-through hangars for FB-111s that were all armed with nuclear weapons. Each one of these drive-thrus, and there used to be 6 of them. Actually, I think there used to be 8. And our alert facility was underground right where those hangars are. But each one of these drive-thrus had an FB-111 loaded, stuffed inside. I shouldn't say loaded, but the airplanes were loaded with 4 nuclear weapons. And these drive-thrus is where they housed all the FBs. And I think there used to be 8 of them, if I remember right, but I can't remember for sure. It's been a while. But we would get in trucks when we had an alert response, drive out to these airplanes. We used cartridge starter system like shotgun shells to get the engines turning on an airplane that was carrying 4 nuclear weapons. It would be the AGM-69 short-range attack missile, which was a nuclear weapon. It had about 100-mile range, or the B-61 bomb, nuclear bomb. And they're working on version 12 of the B-61 now. They just did drop tests of it. So, pretty crazy. Okay, it looks like they are turning around and going back in the other way. I have to remember, this is a 150-foot wide runway, so it's easy to turn around.
Yeah, and those fuel trucks to the left are heading down there.
Oh, these fuel trucks here?
Yeah.
Jamie says these guys are going to go fill them back up. Now, they'll take fuel. I mean, they won't drain those trucks, will they? They only put like 8,000-9,000.
7,000 gallon trucks. I
Okay.
want to say they take about 900 gallons a piece after.
Do they?
Something like this. I think we were talking about it a little bit. So
Yeah.
they won't drain those trucks.
Okay.
We only have 2 mainly because it's faster to fuel.
Yeah. All right.
What
So
was the observers down there?
they could be,
Blue.
yeah, the blue suits. Yeah, the blue suit guys. So, and remember, they had a husband and wife team today at that when I spoke that their
Yes, their
son
son is there,
is number 3. All right, so they're going back the other direction.
Somebody at
And
the
coming off.
table today said, so it's going to be number 3 this year and number 4 next year. Is that a demotion?
No,
I said,
they
no,
they,
they just
they move
change
around.
slots.
They always change slots. They always move around.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I know why they're going that way, because they go to Show Center, and tomorrow they'll be parked at Show Center. So that's probably why, Jamie, they're going back down the runway and getting off in the middle, because they're always parked at Show Center, and they do the walk down and the taxi out from Show Center. But depending on the winds tomorrow, they will taxi back this way. Again, depending on the winds. And today the winds are kind of out of the east here, so I guess it doesn't matter which way they go. All right, folks, that is the practice show for the Blue Angels at the Thunder over New Hampshire Airshow. It's Thursday afternoon, and they're getting ready to come off. I hope you enjoyed watching this. It was a lot of fun doing this for you guys. And Sluggo signing off. There will be more lives coming over the next day or two as the air show goes on, because there's a lot of airplanes flying, and obviously there's going to be a lot of airplanes on the ramp. There's already a C-5 on the ramp. There's a B-52 coming in. There's all kinds of fun airplanes that are going to be here. All right. So let me just look at some of the comments real quick. I appreciate all of you joining, and we'll see you later on tomorrow.